Alright, a few days ago we got news from the FIA about the regulations for 2025 and then 2026. So since Rally 1 came into be the top flight in, 2021 now? 2022. It's been not successful. We've not had the amount of manufacturers. They thought that bringing hybrid in would bring manufacturers in. It hasn't. It's really done the opposite. Ford have actually lost involvement than they did before. And there's no privateers because the cars are so expensive, and that just means it's not a good spectacle. So what they've decided to do, well actually I'll start here. There's been a lot of speculation of what's going to happen. Dirtfish floated what they called Rally 2 Plus, which since they proposed the idea has sort of been the widely accepted future strategy, which pretty much meant Rally 2 cars will be the top flight. They'll add a bit of power, a bit of aero, make them a bit faster, a bit more exciting. The FIA have not at all listened to that. They have decided for 2025 and 2026 that the top flight of Rally will still be Rally 1 cars, just without their hybrid systems. That means they'll lose 85 kilos, making the cars lighter but slower. I think it's about 100 kilowatts the hybrid gives, so lighter but slower. They're also making the turbo inlet restrictors smaller, once again slowing the car down. And also reducing the amount of aero the cars have, once again slowing it down. All these changes as well also save money. It's the lack of hybrids the big saver of money, which means hopefully we can have some privateers next year. Previously with the hybrid systems, anyone running a Rally 1 car, whether it's a manufacturer or a privateer, they have to have a team of FIA representatives present any time that's run, whether that's an actual World Rally round, there's always someone there, or if they're doing testing for an event, they have to have a team there to just make sure the hybrid system's always working, which costs a lot of money, which is then another thing that's not very appealing for privateers. They've got to pay for this. When Rally 1 came in, there were proposals of it being running national rallies. But people in national rallies can barely afford to buy one, let alone run them, with these FIA representatives needing to be there to check that the hybrid system's always working. So next year there will be a cost cap of €400,000 for the purchase of each Rally 1 car for privateers. There's a few other changes to the physicality of the Rally 1 cars. These are all available on the FIA website. They're smaller changes which I couldn't really be bothered talking about. The physical changes do not, however, stop at Rally 1. Rally 2 cars are also getting a pretty hefty makeover, more in line with what Dirtfish said. They're being made faster, pretty much. The WRC, they've got a thing called the WRC kit on the Rally 2 cars. They're going to have these kits you can buy from the people who make the cars, which are made up of a larger turbo restrictor, larger exhaust, a larger rear wing, and an optional paddle shift gearbox. So that is making the Rally 2 cars more powerful and have more aero, making them faster, right? This is to bring them in line closer with the Rally 1 cars. I'm not really sure of the specifics, but with the Rally 1 cars coming down and the Rally 2 cars coming up, I'm going to be very interested in seeing how close they're going to be on rallies. Could we have a Rally 2 car winning rallies? Or podiums, maybe just podiums, but will they win? We saw in Sweden that given the conditions, the Rally 2 cars can beat the Rally 1 cars. Has to be pretty exceptional conditions. We saw in Japan, either last year or the year before, there were Rally 2 cars winning a few stages because it was so twisty, and these Rally 1 cars weigh so much they can't do the twisty stages like the Rally 2 cars. So I think that'll be really interesting to see whether the Rally 2 cars, Rally 2 Plus now, with these add-ons, is going to be as fast as these slightly slower Rally 1 cars, which I think this is going to be pretty interesting. Maybe a championship for a Rally 2 driver. Maybe not that much, but it'll be very interesting. There's other changes, not just around the cars. So there's changes around the actual structure of events. There's a lot of changes. The most influential of these being the FIA giving event organisers a lot of freedom around how long their event is. So they've said it has to be a minimum of 48 hours, so 2 full days of rallying. And they've also said, they haven't said how long, but they have said there will possibly be longer endurance events. 4-5 days, maybe. That'd be good. Will we see the old safari rallies back, the old week-long ones? Don't know, maybe. Probably not a whole 7-day week, but maybe a 5-day working week, possibly. That would be pretty cool. And the 48-hour rallies, 2 days, sprint rally. That'll be good. Really interesting. No time for any sort of conservative driving. Flat out, that should be really interesting. There's a few other changes, just small cost-cutting ones. They are looking for teams to use locally sourced shelters for a large amount of their pit setups. This saves the teams money, bringing all the equipment over on planes or whatever they use. It also saves, there is environmental impacts being saved from that because it's not being brought. After that, what do we think the championship's going to look like next year? I don't see a problem with any of those changes. I think that is going to be, the costs are being brought down, the relativeness of the cars is being brought back into it. We've got six manufacturers in Rally 2, we've got 3 in Rally 1. All 3 that are in Rally 1 are also in Rally 2. So I think that'll be really interesting to see how that works, because we might have Rally 2 drivers in, let's say, a Toyota, beating the Rally 1 drivers in Toyota. It'll be weird. It'll be a weird, I don't know, or maybe not. Maybe there might still be a big gap between the cars. I don't think there will be, but I think that'll be really interesting. I'm really excited. And I'm really excited for privateers in Rally 1, hopefully. If we can get some privateers that can find the 400 grand to buy a Rally 1 car, Oliver Solberg, if he can get the money together, if he doesn't get a factory drive, which I think he will, but if he doesn't, I think he's got the Monster Energy backing now with Team Quadrant, the Lando Norris group, I'm not quite sure, but that group, he's getting money from them, sponsorship. I think if he doesn't get a factory drive, he'll get into one of these privateers. And also with the events being changed, I think it'll instead of every rally being pretty much the same length, stage numbers go up and down, distance goes up and down a little bit, but pretty much roughly the same. Same Thursday night, Friday, Saturday and Sunday at the moment. That being different, we might have a Saturday and Sunday rally, we might have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday rally. I think that'll really shake it up, make it much more of a spectator sport, instead of having the same thing weekend.